We skipped last week. I was a little busy, but today is June 1st, a Saturday. So it's time for the weekend news. It's also June, so happy National Accordion Awareness Month. Bet you didn't know that. But yeah, it's been going on for many years. Be aware of those accordions, dude. But today, in this video, we're going to be talking about a couple news stories. You know, it's not necessarily reporting on the news. It's more so just talking about stuff, sharing my thoughts and opinions, just the way it goes. But I want to talk about Tomba, one of my favorite PlayStation 1 games. Limited run games. They mentioned this, last year or something, that it was coming out, that there's a new version coming out. Now we have some more details. And I have some opinions here. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to buy this game because I love Tomba. I absolutely love the first game. But seeing what I'm seeing, I don't know. I had different expectations, right? But the PlayStation blog, they have this little, I don't know, conversation with Elena, VP of Marketing and Digital Publishing, Limited Run Games, with the creator, Takura Fujiwara, who developed Tomba, worked on tons of games like Mega Man, Resident Evil, and Commando. But there's this whole conversation here, just, talking about why he went with the way he did with Tomba, not being a full-on 3D game, and, how he did the 2.5D kind of deal here, all the different quests and whatnot, and just bringing the game back for more people to enjoy. So I'm excited for this game, and don't get it twisted. This is on the PlayStation blog. There's been this big, I don't know, weirdness where people are like, oh, this is just going to be on the PlayStation. I mean, it was a PlayStation 1 exclusive back in the day, but no, it's not just going to be on the PlayStation. It's going to be on the Switch, PC, and whatnot. I'm not going to read through this, interview or little deal that's going on here, but if you want to take a look, it's on the PlayStation blog. There's some interesting stuff mentioned there, but there is a wish list on Steam right now. And, looking at the little trailer, which essentially just plays the opening cinematic, doesn't look very high res here or nothing, but I'm sure it will be when it's in the final game. Just the compression that goes on, I guess. I don't know. But, looking at the screenshots and even all the little things that were going on in the little blog post here, I was like, it just looks like the PS1 game being emulated. And then I remembered the Carbon Engine thing with limited run games and whatnot. And essentially that appears what it's going to be. It's not going to be some whole new remade version. It's the special edition. And that's what I'm taking from it. I mean, these screenshots, it look like the PS1 version. Doesn't look like crazy high-res sharp visuals or anything. It looks like the PS1 game. And my thoughts always with hey, if you're going to emulate a game, there's got to be a lot of extras. There's got to be, if you're going to sell it as a retail game. This is going to come out August 1st, I believe. What was the date? It said at the bottom here, right? August 1st. It's digital, and then Limited Run is going to have a physical copy, but they haven't put it up for pre-order yet. So I know many people, they don't mess with Limited Run games. That's fine. I know people have their reasons. We don't need to get into all that right now. But I just feel man, I get tired of a game comes out digital. I want to play the freaking thing, but I would prefer to have a physical copy. Limited Run ain't going to have this ready for release. The pre-orders are going to go live, and then you probably, because they have games up right now like Clock Tower and Animal Well for the Switch, and if you pre-order those now, they say they may release toward fall of this year. So by the time they put this up, it might dip into next year. And then if you get a special edition that comes with a bunch of stuff, it tack on another 6 months to a year type of thing. It's just man, I would prefer to have physical copy when digital releases, but I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, my thoughts on releasing a game that's essentially being emulated, there needs to be extras. But my problem here is there is extras. There's going to be extras. They say you could save anywhere, so save states. No worrying about heading back to a checkpoint. Rewind. Typical stuff that you could do on an emulator. So you got that. Then they also have a museum crammed with classic print advertisements, original packaging and manuals, never before seen dev documents, high-res original artwork, new remastered soundtrack, interview with the creator, so on and so forth. That kind of stuff is cool. But I really wish because there wasn't just one Tomba game, and we don't know what the price is going to be on this. Why couldn't they just bundle them together? Especially when it looks like it's just emulated. I don't know, like not like they remade the game or anything, but it is what it is. I'm still looking forward to it. I love this game. But the final bit of news that I just find kind of weird, and I don't really want to make light of it, but at the same time, it's just so freaking ridiculous, man. I've never heard of somebody losing their life due to the console wars. And that's exactly what happened here with this woman. What the hell? Wife charged over fatal Nintendo Switch argument. This happened like a week ago. I was going to talk about this on last week's Weekend News, but just didn't have the time. But she's charged over a fatal Nintendo Switch argument with her husband. And she claims she would never have, harmed him. Before you judge this woman, we got to look through this. So Venice, I don't know how to say her name, but she's 44. She's charged with the death of her husband, Robert, 45. They've been married for some years. I think it says that they've been together like 12 years, married for 6, something like that. So it's stating she's accused of causing her husband to fall from the hood of her car during a dispute about which video game console to buy. You just see that and you're like, she killed the man, but there's more to it than that. The altercation took place when they were parked outside of Wendy's in Holland, Michigan. So they had this argument. Robert, her husband, he got pissed because he wanted a PS5 and he found out that his wife bought a Nintendo Switch. Understandable. You get mad. You get angry. I wanted a PS5, not a Switch. Why did you buy that? Why, that's the way it seems. But it also seems that there had to have been deeper issues here. Deeper issues. Like this guy got angry. And according to her, like they had their daughter with her, in the car. He got all crazy, but we'll continue. We'll find all that. So it says he tumbled off of the moving car. Wait. We got to go back. Robert reportedly got upset because he preferred a different system and got out of the car. The situation intensified when Venice, the wife, who had their daughter in the vehicle, allegedly accelerated while Robert jumped on the hood. So it sounded like they had this fight. He got pissed. She got pissed. They had the kid with her, in the car, and she's like, I just got to get out of here. She accelerated. He jumps on the hood, falls off, bashes his head, later dies. Crazy. Severe brain bleed. So she states that she has profound sorrow regarding the tragedy. It does sound like it wasn't necessarily intentional. Like she didn't go out to kill him over a PS5 Switch, argument. But it's just like, holy crap, man. Like breathe for a minute. People got problems, man. You got to breathe. Take a step back, and breathe. I understand. You want a PS5, she got a Switch. Crazy argument. Now the kid's got to live with this. She's got to live with this. He lost his life. She's saying that, she wished she could turn back time, turned her whole world upside down. That's for sure. She got out on bail, I believe, $100 or $1,000 bond. Amidst the turmoil, it states that she revealed that Robert flew into a rage over her purchase of a Nintendo Switch when he had his heart set on a PS5. Fearing for her daughter, who was visibly distressed, don't know how old she was, but I could imagine parents arguing, fighting, daughters getting like scared or, whatever. But she says she felt compelled to leave. Never seen the man so angry over a video game system. Holy crap. I don't know why he was so angry, she says. The mother detailed the harrowing ordeal, alleging that Robert lost his temper and began physically assault her as their daughter cried from the back seat. In an attempt to calm the escalating crisis, she endeavored to reason with her increasingly aggressive spouse. I would never harm him, but I had to get my daughter out of that situation. I don't know what I'm going to do. He was everything. We weren't there. We don't know what happened. According to her, this big fight ensued. He was, had crazy temper, physically assaulting her while the child was in the back seat. She tried to flee. He jumped on the car. He fell off. She probably hit the brakes or backed. I don't know. Fell off, hit his head, and brain bleed. That is nuts, man. That's the first time I'm hearing of these types of arguments over video game systems. Like I said, it can't make light of it. A man lost his life. This woman's in trouble. The daughter's got to live with it. That's nuts, dude. But there we go. Weekend news. Just my thoughts, rambling and ranting on about stuff. About to go grab me an accordion. Appreciate you guys. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Bye.